Hey y'all, Mama Snark here. I am here at, where is it? See if you can see it. Tommorowland Terrace restaurant. We are here doing the fireworks dessert party for Happily Ever After. We're doing it's either seats and sweets or sweets and seats, one of those. So it's the one where you actually remain seated on the terrace for the whole show. I've done the pre-party before, and I'll link that video down below for you too, and I'll do a comparison video at some point. But I'm going to take you along, show you what's included in this magical extra, what all you get, where you sit, what the view is like, and things like that. So follow along. So before we get into the actual dessert party, I wanted to show you how to book it. First thing you're going to do is go to Disney World website and then click here where you're going to go to like reserve your dining and click make reservation. And it's going to be among the list of dining reservations. But keep in mind, this is technically an experience. So you can start booking this at midnight versus 6 a.m. 60 days out from your first day of your trip. So here you're going to scroll down to the M's for Magic Kingdom Fireworks Dessert Parties. You have 3 different options. The first is the post party, which you'll have your desserts after the fireworks. Second's the pre-party, desserts before. The third one is the one that I just clicked on, which is the option we're doing tonight. And it is the one where you actually remain seated for the entire time. Price is $114 per adult, ages 10 and up, and just under $70 for a child to attend. So you're going to click on check availability. And like I said, you can do this one midnight, 60 days out from the first day of your trip. Scroll down to pick a date range, and I just picked the furthest date out just to see if it was available. And for sake, say I was taking myself and my child, they actually had a reservation. That's going to be the cost for one adult and one child. And when I went back to see if I could do like for my whole family, it was unavailable. So keep in mind, they do have limited seating for larger parties versus just like a 2-top table. And then that's going to be the cost for that. So to check in for your fireworks dessert party, you're going to head to Tommorowland Terrace. It's right off the hub to the left-hand side. This line you see here off to my right is the check-in for the pre-party, which is where you have your desserts before the fireworks show, and then you go to the hub grass. For the suites and seats, the option we're doing, you head all the way to the tip top of Tommorowland Terrace ramp and look to your left-hand side where you see this line here. This is a view of where the pre and the post party have their desserts, of the little like chair area on both sides of the ramp there. But like I said, the one that we're doing is the suites and seats where you remain seated for the entire party, which is right up here. So after you check in, a cast member will direct you to your seat, and it's a first come, first serve seating situation. So I recommend getting there early so that you're one of the first people to be seated. As you can see here, there are many different table sizes for varying parties. Most of the 2-tops are going to be up along the railing, which has some of the best seats if you ask me. And then here you have many different drink options. These are the alcoholic beverages for adults 21 and up. You'll get a special colored wristband, different wine, sangria, champagne, and some beer as well. And then they have actually added, since the last time I did this one, some coloring sheets and crayons for kiddos, which is an excellent idea because we struggled to entertain our kids for that long. Then you pick up your silverware, your plates, your napkins. They have a crepe station. And then they have a ton of different dessert offerings, many different cupcakes and chocolate-covered strawberries, chamber pops, some more cupcakes, some pudding mousse as well. And then I wish they would add some more savory options, but at the moment it's only cheese and like little crostinis and some fruit offerings for that. And then you have your non-alcoholic beverages for all ages, some sparkling cider and fancy little plastic glasses. You can pick up a glass and self-serve pog juice, tea, different lemonades, water, milk. And then they also have some tea and coffee if you would like that to go with your desserts in the evening for a little pick-me-up before the show. And then, of course, they have your sugars and creamers to go with that. So for an example of the seating that's available, like I said, I highly recommend checking in or getting to the check-in spot about an hour before it tells you to check in on your reservation and stand in line. Because as you can see here, they have a lot of seats like further back. whereas we were able to get a table right up against the
All right,
railing.
so I got I think it's a sparkling white wine, like a champagne. And I've seen a hack where you get the pog juice and the champagne and make your own little mimosa type situation. Yep. All right, got a little bit of everything. This is new. I haven't seen this yet before, so this must be new for the new like 100th instead of, or Happily Ever After instead of Enchantment. It's a pistachio bar. Got some cheese and crackers and grapes, or not crackers, but chocolate pudding, cake pop, I'm assuming, chocolate covered strawberry, and a crepe. And she got the tres leches cupcake and the firehouse donut.
Yep.
How's the crepe?
Delicious.
All right. Crepe. Yep.
I love me a good crepe.
Curious about this one. Is that sea salt?
Or sugar.
Sugar. I love pistachio, so that's excellent. Chocolate covered strawberries or chocolate covered strawberry? Good strawberry, ripe.
Yep. Ate it first.
Excellent cake pop. Chocolate pudding. It's good. Chocolate's just not my favorite unless it's dark chocolate, so that was kind of a miss for me.
Y'all, just look at this amazing view of the castle right at dusk and sunset from our very own seat.
All right, potty. Go up the ramp.
And I wanted to add in here, you'll see the strollers on the left-hand side of the ramp. That is where you park your strollers if you were doing the pre and when you do the post party.
You can go down there to the Tommorowland or through here and up there.
And as you can see here from the damage on our table, drinks are unlimited. The alcoholic beverages for adults 21 and older, as well as the non-alcoholic beverages. Please use your best judgment. You're still at a family theme park. But yes, enjoy as many as you please. So the question I see asked the most often in regards to the fireworks dessert parties is it worth it? It's not cheap. It's honestly not that bad of a price considering all you get with it, especially if you're doing the sweets and seats option. But if you have a large family size or a large party size, it can get pricey and it can add up very, very quickly. So if you have a family of four, say like I do, it's going to be around what is that, like $800 probably for all four of us to do it, versus like just my friend and myself, it was just over $200, which isn't that bad of a price when you're considering the fact that number one, you get all of the drinks and or sweets and non-alcoholic beverages that you want included in the price. So if you haven't eaten all day, you can go and tear up that buffet and make your money's worth. Or if you're a big guy like my husband, I think the last time we did this together as a family, and I'll link that video down below as well when our kids were 2 and 3. I think my husband had like 6 or 7 beers, and I had like 3 glasses of wine. So when you add up the price of a Disney beer or a Disney glass of wine, let alone any kind of like Disney desserts, you can very easily make your money back on it. And then for me, it's the fact of having my own personal space bubble, not having to camp out for hours beforehand to make sure you get a good view of the fireworks. You get a good spot, you can see everything. I can't imagine watching fireworks on Main Street and being elbow to elbow, back to front against a crowd of people, especially when I have one of my little ones with me. That's just not a doable option for us. So I like this version the best personally because of the fact that I get to remain seated the entire time. I have my own space. Nobody's breathing down my neck. I don't have anyone putting a kid on their shoulders in front of me. I don't have flailing arms hitting me. I don't have 10 camera screens in front of my face because everyone holds up their cell phone to record the show, which I get it. I do too as a content creator. But being able to just sit back and relax and enjoy the show, let alone having access to a bathroom where I don't have to fight through a crowd of people whenever you have a potty training little one with you, that is a huge plus in and of itself. But for me, if I am able to, I will never not do a fireworks dessert party of some sort. And like I said earlier, I did the pre-party with my toddler on a previous trip, and I'll have that link down below as well. But for me, this is what makes Magic Kingdom magical. I absolutely love the Happily Ever After fireworks show, and being able to watch it without worry is just, it's amazing to me, and it's totally worth every bit of money that it costs to do so. So it's going to be a personal preference, and like I said, it's going to depend on party size. If you have a large family that you're trying to do this with, it might not be feasible for you. I get it, it's not cheap. But if you have a small family, or like myself, you're just doing an adults only trip with yourself and a friend, or a spouse, or a partner, or I often do solo trips with myself and one of my little kids, this is absolutely doable for the cost. And you get an amazing view. It's so much less stressful than trying to watch fireworks amongst a crowd of people. So, yes, for me, being able to watch one of my absolute favorite fireworks shows on Earth and having my own seat is 1000% worth it to me. So, thank you guys so much for following along and watching this video. I hope that it was helpful and it answered some of your questions that you had in regards to some of the fireworks dessert parties that were offered. Please make sure you give this video a like and a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and follow along for a lot more Disney content coming at you. Bye, guys.